and they hear Sandstorm, and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened, Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see, the number 6 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the third-ranked team in the land, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. And the Canes will get us started with the opening kickoff. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Running with power. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume. That'll pay off big time in late in the season.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Quarterback checking off. Trying to find his man on first down. Quickly complete. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Third and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on fourth down by what they call here. They'll try to get it through the air. Pocket starts to collapse. It's complete to the left. They convert on third down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Wide out in motion. Quick touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
On second down, they'll take to the air. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
It doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. The aerial assault continues. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
Well, they try to throw for it there on third down on the opening drive of the game. They don't get it, but let's punt the ball away. Let's trust our defense. And, guys, let's also trust this home field advantage and the crowd to get loud and make it real difficult on our opponent.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Wants to throw on first down. He's going to go up top. Grabs it at the 25 in stride. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Hurricane.
And the offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more to be played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT makes it 7-0. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They'll run play action, trying to get to it. He's got his man. At the 45 on his way. And he's brought down after a huge completion.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he's so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking to go up top on first down. Uncorks it. Fires and picked off. Never really got that return cranking, but the offense is set up at the 30.
Some defensive players just have a knack. I've played with guys throughout the course of my career that you can't coach it. It's not speed. It's not strength. It's literally, I know when to break on the football, how to go get it, and how to pull it in. It's just a knack.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Trying play action. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it into the end zone. Touchdown, Miami. That was a lightning-fast drive that ends with a touchdown.
If you can string a few more drives like that together, man, we might as well get our popcorn out because we're going to get a lot of scoring.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Ohio State looked dominant in a victory that was never really in question. That offense had zero problem putting up points, not unlike the days of Stroud and Fields and so many greats before them. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way. But I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Pressure coming. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Yeah, and that's back-to-back games. This guy's notched a sack, starting to be a problem. A guy that's diagnosing passes, rushing the passer really, really well. This defense could use this guy's production consistently.
He's looking for an open man on second down. Going to try to get it himself. Tackled there by the defense.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Cade.
And doing a great job in coverage. Obviously, you got to play run first as a linebacker always. That's your first thought process. But then reading the QB's eyes, breaking on the football, catching it. And then from there, it was easy. Just take it right to the house.
And the extra point is true, and the lead balloons to 21. They're about to kick it away, and the defense probably can't wait to get back out there after the pick six. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
Offensive linemen love to run power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, having to pass block every play. You got to keep defenses off balance.
It's 3rd down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. They'll try to run for it. That just never had a chance as they controlled the middle of the field and stopped him in the backfield on 3rd down.
Number 18, on to punt it away. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Miami 21, South Carolina 0.
The Gamecocks will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Oh, this is a bad, bad shank. And that one will bounce and roll out of bounds. Let's see exactly where they mark it. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute them.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
They'll line up for a second down play. Out of the gun, they give to the back. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And those physical runs take a toll. It might not be a big game now, but down the road, third, fourth quarter, late in the ball games, they tend to turn into bigger runs.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes a connection. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Well, offensive coordinators put in countless hours every week trying to formate and use different personnel groupings and shifts and motions to give their offensive success on 3rd down. You can tell in this game, this offensive coordinator, he has put in the work this week.
The Hurricanes will have it 1st and 10. On the move, it's awesome. And he'll pick up 1. It brings up 2nd and 9.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now, listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. A shot toward the end zone. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down.
This defense is going to have to make some adjustments here at halftime because they have been taken advantage of deep down the field in the passing game. They've already given up 2 TD passes. That was almost number 3, and we're only in the first half.
3rd down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. From the gun, wants to pass. Trying to make magic with his feet. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Fourth down and inches, and you go read any book you want to, any analytical measure, and it will tell you, go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Makes the grab well past the sticks. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the 1st down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. And they'll stop him just short of the 1st down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
The play action fake. Throws to the wideout. And it's picked off. A return there would have just been icing on the cake. They'll just have to settle for the cake at the 23.
QB never saw the defender. He's staring his receiver down, telegraphing his throw, and the DB jumped all over that.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They've got nothing done so far, and they already find themselves in a 3-possession hole, Jesse.
Yeah, and as a head coach, you're wondering, what didn't I say? What didn't I do to get my team ready to go? Because we look like we're sleepwalking at this point, Greg.
Nothing went well in the first quarter. You just say refresh. Like, let's try to find a way now. We ship into this lead, try to make it somewhat manageable when we get to the half.
This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. First down for this offense. From the gun. Coming after it. Now he's going to break the pocket. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And he was held in check in game 1, but you're not going to hold him in check for long. And right out the gates, getting a sack in the second ball game, that will not be his last sack of the season. This dude is a ball player.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Looking deep down the right side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on the quarterback. Not going to be easy.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, picked off. Trying to take it back. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
This is a career game for this linebacker. You don't see a lot of linebackers get 2 picks in a game, but this guy's done it. He's done an outstanding job in zone coverage and in man, and he's showing his coaching staff he's got pretty good ball skills too.
Gets it out quickly. Offense gets set for 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the wideout. He makes a catch. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll throw it on 1st down. He makes a grab. Takes it to the house. Touchdown, Hurricane.
Number 88 with the grab and
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead.
kicker on for the extra point.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. SMU rolled to victory today in a game where they not only capitalized on opportunities, they created them. And that's the way this coach wants them to play every week. A lot lot to go through in the film session this week for both teams. But, boy, it sure is going to be easier for the side that came away with the win.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Hogs it downfield. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have let him a little too much.
Things just not going as easy for this guy as they did his last game out. Last time he completed over 70% of his throws. This week, though, defense taking some throws away. They've made some plays. He just hasn't been quite spot on with his accuracy. He's going to have to play better.
Handoff to the fullback. Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point, but finally, David, the offense breaks through, and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back, and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
And a great play design here in this type of situation. Obviously, trailing, you're trying to put something up on the scoreboard and just using the sideline, using the boundary, getting the ball out of bounds and stopping the clock.
And the Gamecocks getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Fires to the right. It's caught. And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And here's the chance to cut into that lead before halftime. 1st and goal. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
A nice job by this offense, putting the scoring drive together. And now, listen, it's not even halftime yet, so keep fighting. Going to halftime, regroup. We found a little something on this drive. See if we can cut into this lead and continue to make this game closer and closer.
So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down.
And the Miami offense will take over 1st and 10.
Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
With the score, Miami 28, South Carolina 6.
The Gamecocks will kick it away to start the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22.
1st and 10.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Looking to move it through the air. Trying to burn this defensive back. Into double coverage, and they made him pay. It's intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just took that one out of the air and sends it the other way.
As a quarterback, you've got to give your receiver an opportunity to make the play. You've got to put the ball on his body. And that throw gets away a little bit from the QB, and that leads to the tip and the interception.
And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Off play action on first down. Skips away from pressure. Pass on the way. It's picked off. Takes it the other way. And they'll close in on him after a good... reception.
It's really hard when that quarterback gets outside the pocket because it cuts off half of the field. Once he starts to roll out, everybody starts to sprint to the other side of the field. You know you're not going to throw it across your body going to the right. Great job by the defense closing it off and making the interception.
Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Power football with the run. Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Got his man on the right. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
They pick up the first down on the drag route. Good job by the receiver knowing it was man coverage. If he's looking, he's booking. He gave his quarterback the eyes right away that says, hey, I'm not stopping. Put it out in front of me. I'm getting this first down.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. They'll run it out of the shotgun. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent of things they did right and things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
Really nice stop there from this senior leader. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. They're bringing heat. They finally get him on the ground, but the big running play moves the change for the first down.
Well, he does a really nice job buying time, and I love the awareness there, understanding no one's open downfield, knowing where the sticks are, and he's able to use his athleticism to get that first down.
The Canes are flying down the field. Wide receiver shows motion. With jet sweep pass. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really nice job by the cornerback. Hey, a lot of cornerbacks want to cover. They want to drop back. They're not really about that life. They don't want to be the tackling kind of guy. They're like, yeah, leave that to the linebackers. That dude committed, came up, made a nice tackle.
On second down, looking to throw. Fires downfield. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
And the Canes will snap it on 1st and 10. Fast motion from the offense. They'll throw it from the red zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. Second down coming.
Man, these windows get tighter down here in the red zone, and those catches are a little bit more contested, more people near you, and it gets a little bit more difficult. But you need your players to step up for your QB and make big plays. I think he's going to look back and say, I should have made that play.
And here comes the offense on second down. The give to the back. He rumbles all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and goal. They'll run it. Touchdown, Miami! And the punishment has been extended.
Another nice drive put together. And this offense through 2 weeks, man, they look legit. This team's about to be 2-0. All of their dreams in front of them. This team looks like a national championship contender.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Liberty is trailing right now, but I'm not ready to say this team is out of it. Not after the way this group has rallied around that coach. It really has been something to see. It's just a field goal game. They're trailing by 3 to Western Michigan. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected, fellas.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. See his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag route.
Set up for 2nd and short after that completion. Quarterback will audible. On 2nd down, just keeps firing. Grabbed over the middle. It's Swanson. They make the stop, but the sweet rolling catch is plenty to give them a 1st down.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. Got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the 1st.
Comes out throwing on 1st down. Bought a little time, lets it go. That's caught. It's Swanson. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a 1st down.
Well, you've seen the last 2 plays now. This guy's versatility. You've seen why he might be playing on Sundays in the not-too-distant future. This guy can catch the ball. He's a big part of their passing game, and he's a weapon and a guy that this defense has got to be ready for.
And that is his 5th interception. If he comes out to try for 6, he'll be lucky. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Canes. The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
And that defensive touchdown all started with getting pressure on the quarterback. It was the hit on the QB that forced the errant throw. That was an easy interception and an easy pick 6.
And he tacked on the extra point.
Miami, 42, South Carolina, 6.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20.
Will take over 1st and 10.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
The give to the back. Gets it out to the 20 after a pickup of 4.
Listen, that wasn't the greatest run in the world, but it was very successful, and you're making me honor the run. And another thing, every time you run the football, someone gets tackled. There's physicality involved in the game. So I like when offenses commit to the running the football, no matter what the outcome is, because those body blows do add up.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking to buy time. He'll try to do it himself. Got room at the 35. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the third period.
The end of the third quarter of play with the score, Miami 42, South Carolina 6.
First down to start the drive after the break. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They're trying to get to him. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And it's simply been that kind of day for this offense. They've had so many struggles, and at this point in the fourth quarter, you're trailing by a ton of points. The defense knows you're throwing it, and they're pinning their ears back, and they're getting after you, as you saw it on that sack there.
Second down now after the sack. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Maybe some confusion on the snap count. It's going to be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. The snap sets up to throw. Looking to the big tight end. A strike downfield. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
The offense has struggled. They're not going to win this game, but trust me, this coaching staff is still trying to find things to build off of for next week. And after an explosive play like that, maybe they can generate just a little bit of momentum and gain a little bit of confidence that they can keep coaching up heading into their next game.
Going up top on first down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
We've seen throughout the course of the season, defenses have had their hands full with this quarterback. He's simply one of the best in the country. But what can you say about this defense here today? They have gotten after him, registering multiple sacks, and they've never let him get into a rhythm.
Throws for the tight end. And he's lucky to get that one back. This junior quarterback knows better than to try that too often.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
Picks up what he can and then slides.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out, but when things break down and they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
No good. The idea was to draw just a tad closer. Instead, the mountain is still enormous.
South Carolina 6.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about the way they attacked the last time they had the ball, mixing run and pass and winding up in the end zone, Jesse?
That's why recruiting is so important. They've got weapons at every skill position on the field. Any of these guys is dangerous if they touch the football. Let's see what they do on this drive, David.
And so, Palmer, I got to take away something. I can't let them have everything and have success. I got to be aggressive against the run or play for the pass. I can't give them everything.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and leading the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. It'll be interesting to see what the offense does on this next.
He'll loft one deep down the left side. And he's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Hurricane! And the beatdown has ensued.
Yeah, and with that score, you start to get excited because you can feel the momentum starting off 2-0. I mean, you got to finish this one off, but there's a great chance you're going to. But this season has started just like you wanted it to. Now just keep climbing. See how high we can get in these rankings.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch, called for and made. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. On the run, it's Swanson. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
You got to give this defense credit because they have bottled this guy up all game long. He's one of the best running backs in all of college football. Everybody was expecting him to have a big one today. Don't tell that to this defense, though. They've played with great effort. They've gotten hats to the football, and they have been able to shut him down.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Throws to the wideout. He's got it. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on 3rd down. And more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game. So you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him. He'll make those contested catches.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the 4th quarter, you're down by a bunch of points, and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play, and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum they need to try to scrape and claw back into this one.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Those outside runs, if they can get the edge like they do, great job by the right guard, right tackle, getting the edge. And now what does this do? This makes cornerbacks come up and tackle. Safeties come up and tackle. As opposed to linebackers and big defensive players, you get your guy out in space where he can use his speed and his physicality against guys that usually cover and don't come up and make tackles.
They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the identity of this team come into fruition. You just get the sense they're finding out who they are, what they're about, what they're going to do schematically, and who their big playmakers are.
Which is tough to do, right? It's tough to grow throughout a season and understand who you are. But when you stack wins week after week on top of each other and start to have success, you start to grow as an identity and you start to understand who you are.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David